Hey kids, welcome back to Tamriel Rebuilt. It's been a while since I made one of these episodes, but I'm very excited to keep going with these quest lines. As you will notice, if you've been following along, we are back at Sarenthil. Last episode ended in kind of a little bit of a random dungeon delve. We did run into a level 90 locked door. Now, I have a weird feeling that like I might be missing a key or something in there. So if one of you is watching this and was involved, I know some of the mod makers are watching this, and if I did miss something last episode, I will go back there and we'll open that door and see what else is going on in that dungeon, because it definitely looked like a cool place. I do, however, want to continue the temple quest line for now. I'll probably basically just try and get in touch with someone from Tamriel Rebuilt and try and figure out that dungeon. But I don't want to just spend half this episode poking around in there. Now, last time we were looking for the Ordinator. What's his name? Or her name? Lavari Uvelar, who escaped from Sarenthil. And as I suspected, I had a feeling that something in that quest might have been not functioning properly. And honestly, like, I know that some of the, like I said, I know some of the mod creators have been watching this series, and if, you know, I am not bothered by these glitches. I understand that it's like a huge work in progress mod, and if these videos can help in terms of bug testing, then, like, that's awesome. But anyway, so I have used the console to place this character here, which is, from what I understand, roughly where she's supposed to be. This lost little Ordinator. So let's see what happens. You are not a god, but you will be in my dreams. Whoa. Interesting. Well, no, I am not a god. But maybe you should return to the infirmary. What's that? Do you want me to pick you up and throw you down into the gorge? Oh, these are great options. Yep, that's what I said. Now hurry up and throw me. Yeah, I don't think we'll say that though. What? No, I said I want you to come with me back to Sarenthil. I don't know. It sounded an awful lot like you wanted me to throw you into the gorge. You should have your tongue checked. It's clearly playing tricks on you. I do like the writing. Okay, so Lavari, your mind is sick. You need to return to the infirmary. Wait, can I cast a spell on her to make her better, maybe? Your mind is sick. You need to return to the infirmary. Let's try that. I know what I heard. Why are you trying to confuse me? I just want you to follow me. I only follow the Tribunal, not you. Never you. The Tribunal wants you. They want you to come back to the infirmary. No, stop lying. Stop lying. Please, Lavari, follow me back to Sarenthil. This is a trick. I know it. You're evil. You're a minion of Molag Bal. You have to trust me. Ooh, interesting. Okay, well, I don't know, because I don't think we're supposed to kill her, that's for sure. Do I have anything I can cast to make her chill the fuck out? There's like a bunch of scrolls here that I've been getting recently that... Impatient signatures. Undoozy's unhinging. I know there's a few down here. First Council, calm humanoid. That should do it, right? Provided... I don't know whether this is like a leveled thing, but let's see if we can... Oops. Okay. So, I don't know how long that's gonna last. 12 gods, 12 moons, but only 3 wax or wane. Let's try again using these regular means. I did drop a quick save before all this, so I see if we can... What's that? You want me to pick you up and throw you down into the gorge? Yep, that's what I said. Now hurry up and throw me. What an unusual and horrible request. Now why would you want that? Oh god. This is a bit silly, but I'm gonna follow these dialogue options because I'm very amused. You see, I wonder what my body would sound like slamming against those rocks, that's why. It would probably sound something like crunch, splash, bones breaking, blood spattering everywhere. Beg your pardon, but that'd be insane. Are you sure you want that? Actually, what I really want is for you to return to the infirmary. I don't know. It sounded an awful lot like you wanted me to throw you into the gorge. You should have your tongue checked. It's clearly playing tricks on you. You're right. There's something wrong with my tongue. Oh no! What do you think it is? I don't know. It feels funny. I'm not an expert, but may I take a look at it? Go ahead. You open your mouth and Lavari Uvalar peeks inside. Hlena, I have some bad news. It's evident that you're in fact insane. Your tongue is not normal. It's actually a tiny pinkish slug that's reciting poetry backwards. I suspect this is due to some form of Dahrk mischief, but don't worry, I'll rip your tongue right out. Just hold still. What just happened?
I'm listening.
That's maybe my my spell is still working on her. This is hilarious. Okay, return to the infirmary. Now we start again at the beginning. I just want you to follow me. Interesting.
There is no escape.
Maybe if I go back.
I don't have a lot of patience for questions, Outlander.
Interesting. Yeah, so my spell is still clearly still working. Maybe we can get some dialogue options if we go back here. I will, if need be, load the quick save to get a different result. In the interest of, you know, keeping this within character. And also just out of genuine curiosity for what happens in this quest. But that's bloody hilarious. I think it would almost be funny if she did cut her tongue out and then we just couldn't talk to any NPCs for the rest of the game. Is this the quest giver? I'm trying to remember now.
May I help you?
Ooh. Interesting. Okay, so that doesn't seem to have triggered something. Please don't upset her. Her mind is wounded. Yeah, okay. Let's load again. I'm just going to kind of experiment with this. I'm going to load the quick save that I made, kind of where we started here, and head back over to our rather unwell Ordinator friend, and we'll see what happens. Hello again. I mean, hello for the first time. None of that stuff just happened. I don't know. You are not a god, but you will be in my dreams. Now, there are some other options here. El Limeran. The golem came in a few days ago listing off a number of symptoms. Now, if he could just shut up and let me rest, I might be able to stop the eyes from biting. Interesting. Okay. What's that? You want me to pick you up and throw you down the gorge? What? No, I said I want you to come with me back to Sarenthal. I don't know. It sounded an awful like... Okay, well, I'm not going to read it again. I know what I heard. Why are you trying to confuse me? Okay, let's say never mind here. The ending of the words is... Now, what was it? Never mind. Goodbye. Okay, so you didn't go hostile that time. If I say... Okay, so this is just generic. What insubstantial feints have pierced the unsubstantiated rapier passes? Well, interesting. I'm just going to do that out of curiosity. Yeah, we have this tailoring. Make their clothing fit. Yeah, okay, that's just... okay. Backgrounds. Ground here? No. Here, Almcivi rules inverted mountains filled with water, slushing over the brims we build. I'm a little bit curious to see, if the fact that I used that scroll, to calm her, that it might initiate some kind of dialogue in here. I'm a bit stumped though, because I really do feel like we shouldn't hurt her. I kind of, you know what I want to do? just while we're here, I'm going to move Oliver kind of away in case we do end up having to do some kind of combat. Now, she only had fists. I'm trying to remember. It's been a while since I did like a brawling type thing in Morrowind, but I wonder if it's like a scripted brawling thing where we can kind of beat her up a bit and then take her back here without killing her. Or maybe I can cast a spell, a healing spell. That would be another thing. I want to check and see if there's any more dialogue I can get from this. Doesn't look like it. Is there anybody else in here who's... God, it's been a while since I did this quest, so... So tired, need sleep, can't sleep. What? Okay, so this is another... This is another,
Yes,
sick person.
How do you do?
Okay. So, what do I have in terms... I do have, like, the Cure Common Disease spell, I think. From, that you kind of get from the temple. God, where is it? Vivek's Touch. Cure Common Disease. It does not kind of feel like a common disease, though, does it? It does feel like something rather more serious. Am I going the wrong way here? Yes. Let's get lost in Tamriel Rebuilt again. Oh no, I wasn't going the wrong way. Yeah, very curious. I've been actually playing a lot of Skyrim lately, believe it or not. Most of you who watch me play this series will have seen me making essentially passing comments on how I don't really like Oblivion and Skyrim as much as this game. Haven't played a lot of Oblivion actually. It kind of really turned me off not long after it came out, and I should probably give it another go. I find these you often change your perspective on these games as you as you come back to them later. But yeah. Anyway, more on that after. Let's see what we can do here about Lavari. I just want you to follow me. I know, I heard, why are you trying to confuse me? Oh, that's interesting. Now she's in like a weird... Oh, can I do like persuasion?
I'm listening. Go ahead.
Interesting. Yeah, maybe I can persuade. I always forget to do this. Maybe I can make her kind of not afraid of me or something. Oh no, here we go. We're gonna persuasion spam. I'm gonna persuasion spam. I may have to load the quick save again too. I might have an item that would make this work better. Oh, we were at 70 there for a second. Okay, let's try again. No, I said, okay, come back. Interesting. I hope it's not broken. As I mentioned, I hope it's not broken. The quest, I mean. Because that would be kind of a... I mean, it can always... Anything that's... Most of the time, anyway, anything that's broken in this game can be fixed with the console, but... It's not my first choice. You can, like, set the quest stage. Okay, I'm gonna have to quick load the quick save again here. I kind of was wanted to get her to initiate that combat again and see if maybe that results in some kind of brawl thing, or because I seem to remember there being like brawls where you don't kill the character, but they, I don't know. That's interesting. So we actually start with a disposition of 84. And it just drops as we say this stuff.
You will die!
You're a minion of Molag Bal. You will die. Okay, so... how do I... I'm trying to remember how to... Man, oh, my unarmed skill... My My unarmed skill is just so low, I'm not even going to be able to punch her at all. I'm also completely out of fatigue. So, I don't know, like, maybe if we run back now to... Really hope she doesn't start punching Oliver, that would not be good. I don't think that she would. Maybe she'll follow me, well, she is following me, maybe she'll follow me through the door. Don't punch Oliver, please. I forgot to move Oliver.
Walk with virtue, Outlander.
Oh. Well, that works. You're back. Okay. I guess that works. Yeah, that's an interesting... I was convinced that I had to find some way not to, you know, upset her mind or whatever. You found her and brought her back? Excellent news. Eleni Teloth was indeed wise to choose you for this task. Thank you so much, Hlena. Take these healing potions as a reward. That's actually remarkably useful. I have a bad habit of not buying enough healing potions. Cool, man. So I guess we go back to God, where were we getting our quests from again? We're getting them from upstairs there in Almost Here. I guess we go back to Almost Here. Like I said, we'll go back to that dungeon. Can we talk more? I am gonna quick save now. Yeah, okay. So you're still... I don't know what this Elimaran... I'm not... maybe I'm forgetting what that's referring to, but I'm not sure. Anyway... what? Okay, now that's weird. I'm a little bit confused. What I'm gonna do is get that scroll ready again, which is the first council here. And I'm just gonna... Cool. Now you just chill. I don't know whether that might not be what was intended to happen there, but oh my god, is she gonna follow me? Uh-oh. Oh. Or is she just gonna wander? Okay, she's not following me. That's good. How do I get back to Almost Here? Oh, I'm gonna go back to Old Ebonheart, and I'm gonna go back to Old Ebonheart, and we're going to fast travel to Almost Here. I think there's a boat. If there's a boat, then Oliver can come along, so that's what I'm hoping for. Okay, so I did end up having to walk back to Almost Here, and I got a little bit lost actually, and then I've noticed there's some NPCs. Oh my god, okay. See, now this is why I wanted to start the recording again, because there seems to be an NPC. Don't you dare attack Oliver. Oh, this is bad news, man. Okay, good. Oh, have you gone hostile on me? God damn it. Okay, there is a thing for this in here. Whoa. Jesus, man, this episode. I got a spell. Did I not get a calm creature? Okay. Oliver, chill out. Gee. Oh. You have got to be kidding me. And I almost definitely do not have... Oh, restore Majika. Okay, good. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. I need to restore fatigue. Do I have a restore? Yeah, I do. Okay. Good God, what a fucking odyssey. Yes, yes, yes. I think my illusion is particularly bad. Oliver. I gonna have to waste one of those? Oh, thank God. Whew. Okay, so what the hell? Right, Cruel Viper Blade. Whatever. You never know if that might be useful. Travel Lantern, Velk Nectar Sack. What is your deal? Why did you attack me? Are you just like a bandit of sorts? I'll take the Velk Nectar Sack. Maybe it's like they're like a Velk poacher or something. And then a bunch of common crap. Okay. Are we all good here, Oliver? Can you just follow me and not be hostile? Yeah, that's why I'm usually very careful about not entering combat with Oliver following us. And I do have a feeling actually that I'm going to be kind of parking Oliver. I don't know. It's really nice to have the kind of pack Guar to carry junk when we go to dungeons. But I might end up parking Oliver for a bit so that we can advance this quest line. But Jesus Christ, man. It never rains, but it pours in terms of like me having to deal with shit. Yeah, so we'll just walk back to Almastir. How far are we here? I think we're back on the road here. I kind of took a weird shortcut that ended up in that ridiculous situation. So I will probably edit this out. No, you know, we're just gonna walk back because I am kind of walking across country here, and I have a feeling we're gonna run into some interesting shit. So we're just gonna walk back, and I can talk about stuff. I don't know why we weren't able to fast travel with the boat with Oliver. I don't know whether it's something to do with okay, there's a rat there. I don't know if there's something to do with my mod setup. It might be on my end, or it might be that fast travel is not configured properly as a boat. So we'll see. But yeah. Hello, rat. I should probably heal Oliver too after that little ordeal. Old wooden door. Oh boy. Well, we might have to do that. Now this looks like glitched terrain or something, which probably is from one of my mods. Let's use heal companion here. Oh yeah. You're gonna have to get some training in illusion so that if we get attacked again like that, by Oliver, I mean, then I don't have to cast the spell 16 times. Yeah. It is not the easiest spell to cast. And let's do Veloth's Grace. And then let's see what's behind this door. Old wooden door. The door is blocked. Okay, so that's not a graphics glitch. Okay. Cool. Well, we'll continue this trek. Kind of like interesting ruin here. We'll continue this trek across country. I guess that there is the path, the road, yeah. But if I go straight south, it doesn't really speed things up, but it could be interesting to see what's, there's lots of, just as interesting to explore the terrain as it is to do the quests, as usual in Morrowind. Oliver, you up for this little jog down the cliff? What is this? Hammam root. Huh. Neat. And this is, I guess just a farm or something. Cool. Well, I mean, it's definitely a farm. Very interesting. Yeah, so what I was saying, I started talking about stuff, and then it probably is going to get cut out at this point, but I've been playing a lot of Skyrim on my own, and not for recording, but kind of for the purpose of testing, to maybe do some Skyrim content on this channel. Also because, in a weird way, like, I do prefer Morrowind. I prefer a lot of things about Morrowind, but there's also a lot of stuff that I just never did in Skyrim. Because I started playing Morrowind again, and was sort of frustrated with it. But But I've got a really good mod setup. Like I've got like 270 mods set up with that bloody game, and for those of you who have modded Skyrim in the past, it is sort of not for the faint of heart. It is a little bit like brain surgery in terms of doing to the game, like making the game sort of what you want it to be, and then you know, but also having it function and not bug out in an insane way. So I've been testing it and trying to see how it works. But yeah, no, there's lots of things like that I like better about Morrowind, but it's also Skyrim's still a pretty cool game in a lot of ways. It does have a fair amount to offer. I'm gonna cut across this river here because otherwise that's gonna take us to Raw Deer. And then we can... are these hostile? What are these? Oh, they're these little bugs. Aren't you supposed to be flying? Oh, no, these are not the flying ones. These are ornatas. Okay. They're not hostile. Cool. Nice little forested area here. Really is a nice, really is a fantastic map. The Aanthirin map. Great color palettes and... there's another Guar. We have not really walked through this little bit before, and then we'll come into Raw Deer. Just as well sometimes to take the scenic route, even though it involves Oliver doing a bit of mountain hiking. Yeah. No, it is interesting though. It's interesting to compare the games and how they, you know, Skyrim is now, I don't know, like 9 years old or something. Morrowind, of course, is almost twice that. And there's a pretty strong modding community for both games. But it's weird. This game is still a better role-playing game. Morrowind is a better role-playing game in my opinion. The way that the skills work, the way that your character kind of progresses. And particularly, most importantly, I think, the quest lines. Morrowind, the way the lore is set up in Morrowind is that you have to make choices as to what factions you join, and you join one and I know that you can join the Fighters Guild and the Mages Guild and the Thieves Guild all at the same time by doing the quests in a particular order, and you know, but really out of the box, that's not sort of, I would say anyway, that's not really how it's intended to be played. You are, what you are told by characters in the game is that these factions don't get along. And you've got to kind of pick your side and have your little alibi with the blades and stuff. Whereas in Skyrim, everything is carefully crafted in... Oh my god, what just happened? What is it again? Oh, Jesus, what is going on? I don't know what just happened. I'm gonna leave the collision grid off for a second here. Okay. And yeah, there we go. That's better. Yeah. So Skyrim's basically carefully designed so that you know, no quest line breaks by you doing another quest. And whereas in Morrowind, you know, you're pretty strongly pushed to, you know, pick one or two guilds, and you can only have one. You can only be a member of one house, and if you do the Assassin's Guild, you end up killing. You end up, you know, killing some essential NPCs for other quest lines and stuff like that, and it's sort of made that way so that you have to make choices. Of course, both games have their fair share of... Oh, we're going the wrong way. We're just going straight up the wrong way now. Okay. Good God. Both games have their fair share of glitches and sort of exploits and weird things you can do that, you know, to produce different results and stuff. But that aside, this game is better for role playing. I kind of feel like in Skyrim you have to force yourself not to do certain things, even if they're available to you. And there are some mods that I've installed that facilitate that, where you're not being constantly given quests and constantly pushed into every single faction in the game. I'm hearing what sounds like combat music. I'm just going to ignore it and keep walking, but... Okay. Yeah. But it is a very immersive world. I prefer the setting of Morrowind, especially with the Tamriel Rebuilt content. It's just a much more interesting kind of magical setting than the fairly sort of European-inspired Skyrim setup. Although the sort of polar, harsh climate of Skyrim is, I think, the game's most interesting in terms of the environment. I think it's its most interesting feature. Which is why it's, you know, those mods that either make you cold or make the clothing look like it's more suited to the Nordic climate, make the game so much more interesting. I know that Skyrim Home of the Nords, the mod for Morrowind, is they've made some major progress from what I can understand on that mod. There is I believe a release of that mod scheduled. Along with, I guess, scheduled along with some of the new Tamriel Rebuilt content. And from what I understand, I think I don't think I mentioned as well, that cave we were in last episode, the slave there was broken. Was bugged. So that is, I guess, something that's already been fixed in the beta of Tamriel Rebuilt. I will not be upgrading the version of Tamriel Rebuilt for this save file until...
Yes.
Until we finish this quest line, at least, and possibly not at all, depending on if I do so. I'll back it up in such a way that if it causes any issues with this playthrough, I'll just nix it. If I want to do other Tamriel Rebuilts content, I might have to set up another file or something like that. But yeah, I'll try not to change versions during sort of mid playthrough during this Let's Play, at least for the time being, unless I'm absolutely sure that it's not going to break anything. But yeah, we'll see. Right, I have got to go up to the top level here. Ordinator Barracks, god damn it. Canal Works, what are we at? Waste Works. Canal Works is lower than that. I think I can just do this by going outside. Let's just go outside and use the ramps outside. I'm patently bad at cantons in this game. There's something about the configuration of these buildings, which is really cool, but there's something about the configuration in them that just gets me all turned around, lose my sense of direction. Wasteworks. We had to go here anyway, I think. I think this is the only way to get up here, yeah. The plaza. Got some manners up here.
Matsera.
Yeah, so I've been just doing lots of thinking about how this game and the other Bethesda games kind of compare. Office of Intercession. This is where we got that quest. Hello, are you the quest giver? Back from Serenthal. Excellent. I need you to perform some inquisitorial duties in Vis Asanud. Vis Asanud is a temple monastery dedicated to Saint Aralor. We have received reports that the monastery has become a nest of blasphemy and heresy. The Ordinators of War are eager to purge the monastery, and a contingent of them is camped outside the monastery waiting for the order to strike. However, we want to make sure that the monks are indeed guilty before the purge. I need you to go to the monastery, assume the mantle of the Inquisitor, inspect the place and interrogate its inhabitants, determine whether or not it needs to be purged, and instruct the Ordinators accordingly. I know you are a mere acolyte, so make sure you're familiar enough with temple law and heresy to perform this duty. These 2 books will help you. Study them before you make your judgment. May the 3 grant you wisdom. Let me know if you need directions to Vicent Asanud. Well, I'll always take directions. Sits atop a mountainous island northwest of Almastir. You can get there by crossing the bridge over to the west side of the river and then walking north through the Halalu plantation land. It's just north of a farmstead called Rethel House. The dome of the monastery is unmistakable. Wow, this is cool. On the evils of heresy and how to treat heretics. Okay. You know what I think we're going to do? We're going to read those books. We're going to read those books, and then I'm going to end this episode. And the next episode will be all about that quest. On the evils of heresy. Well, Helena's theological education is getting a new layer here. On the Evils of Heresy by Ulmelin Lauren, Temple Scholar. Golsu Feralus opens her essay on the importance of heresy with the maxim of the blessed Saint Olms. While I do not doubt Feralus' intelligence and faith, I do fear that she must have fallen asleep during a few lectures at whichever school of theology she attended. Feralus is entirely mistaken on the topic of heretics. Feralus' essay, quite simply, misses the point and grants dangerous legitimacy to those who would stand in opposition to Almsivi. In her introduction, Feralus presents several hypothetical questions to her readers as if to suggest the questions are simply unanswerable. I shall attempt to respond. Who would test us if there were no enemies to the faith? Testing is not a requirement for the faithful to prove themselves to Almsivi. The strong do not need testing, as they are already unshakably resolute in their faith. The weak-willed shall always fail, with or without testing, due to their own inherent weakness, at which point they can only be corrected or purged. Of course, it is a sign of great strength to endure hardship and violence, but one is a true Dunmer if and only if their faith in Almsivi is true. Testing reveals to others our faith, but Almsivi knows our true thoughts. The House of Troubles and the Sharmat do so much harm to the faithful, and they provide nothing good, except occasionally really powerful weapons, by the way. What use would the temple scholars have of their knowledge and the written law if the marginalia of the dissident priests were erased? Feralus is immensely mistaken about the role of scholars if she believes that our sole role is to combat the deluded dissident priests. We educate others about the law so that they might live better lives, which are more aligned with the divine law of Almsivi. Our knowledge of the law promotes the general felicity and well-being of the Dunmer people. As a scholar herself, Feralus should already know all of this. That she does not is quite troubling. The ordinators understood St. Olm's maxim very well, but it appears that Feralus does not. The House of Corners is a great threat to the Dunmer, and only by their faith in Almsivi and their eternal vigilance are the ordinators of war able to root out the evil souls of their followers and purge them. However, despite what Feralus foolishly posits, it is not the heretic's lifeblood which sanctifies the weapons of the ordinators. It is their faith and trust in Almsivi which consecrates their weapons. This unbreakable faith transforms the slaying of evildoers into a holy act. It is not the heretic's evil which transforms their death into a holy service. Were this true, any adventurer who purges a congregation of Dagon worshippers could be said to be holy. The ordinator, any adventurer, yeah, well, we probably end up being one of those adventurers in a non-temple capacity. The ordinators, at least once in this playthrough, the ordinators have faith in Almsivi and do their will through the use of violence, and so they are blessed. Holiness flows from Almsivi, not from evil. Feralus' final argument is most compelling, though. I wish to add my own interpretation. To speak heresy and thereby conquer it is exactly the basis of St. Olm's maxim. However, to do so successfully, one's soul must be fortified by faith in Almsivi. You can go to I think you can go to a shrine for that. Understanding heresy to combat it is the concern of the Inquisitors and should be left to them exclusively. I wish to emphasize that, to the rest of the faithful, heresy is ugly in the eyes of Almsivi and should be avoided.
Hail and welcome. Do you have any news?
We just spoke. Okay, now I'm remembering. I am remembering now that there is a we have seen this book in another on the what is it called again? On the Importance of Heresy. We have seen this book at a bookstore, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, here in Almastir. I'm just gonna look at the map quickly. As I said, this episode's getting a bit long, but I would like us to read that book as well before we go out on this adventure, because I do think that where was it? There was a bookstore. There was a bookstore down here somewhere, because we ended up going on a quest to Old Ebonheart to, I believe, get a copy of that book. Was it inside? I think it was inside. Yeah, I think it was inside in the canal works. Yeah, I would like to kind of read those books and think about them and compare them. Partly because I think Hlena would like to, because she's starting to grow a little bit weary of these rather pious temple folks, basically. And also because I myself need to refresh my knowledge of the sort of theological situation. I mean, I know what the disciplined priests are, but god damn it, Canal Works. I want to go to the Canal Works. I think I go down here. I think the bookstore is down there, and that bookstore was getting kind of inquisitive because it had the importance of heresy. So yeah, interesting, very interesting how all these quests are kind of interrelated. Very well done quest line. Thirsty Saint Corner Club. I don't even know if we've been in there. Aha, it's Telrezi's bookstore. I hope she has the book. Otherwise, I hope we can buy it. I mean, we should be able to. What is it? It's on the evils of heresy, so it'll be on. These are in alphabetical order. It should be anyway. On the evils. Did I already buy it? That's another possibility. On the importance of heresy. Well, it's 300 gold. Probably have no fatigue. Okay, fuck it.
I don't know where to begin. It is
I'm
such
not
an
gonna
honor to meet you.
bother bartering, I don't think. On the... God damn it. On Oblivion, on the importance of heresy. There we go. Okay. Alright, let's read it. On the importance of heresy. By Golsu Feralis, Temple Scholar. I wonder if we can meet Golsu Feralis. That would be interesting. To purge the corners, one must first enter the house, the maxim of St. Olms. It is usual for the common Velothi to believe that heretics are a nuisance to the temple, much like the vermin scrib is a nuisance to a comberry farmer. The vermin scrib, that's hilarious. This is great. This is just so well written. In their naivety, which no one should hold against them, they believe that like the farmer who wishes the vermin would simply leave their crops alone, the temple would wish the heretics would simply disappear. Yet, who is it who would test us, the strong and faithful, for our weaknesses if the House of Troubles was no more? What other foe would there be against which the true Dunmer could prove their worth if the Sharmat and his withered legions had lain dormant until the end of time? I don't remember what the Sharmat is, by the way. Feel free to comment and refresh my memory. What use would the Temper Scholars have if their knowledge of the written law and the marginalia of the dissident priests were erased? The importance of heresy is not something to be preached to the uncultivated lay members, but any true follower of the tribunal should realize that it is one of the cornerstones of the temple. When the ordinators of war purge a ruin of Daedric wickedness, burning the pages of the madman's manuscripts and breaking the witches' skulls with spiked maces, they are considered to be performing a holy deed. Yet, if they were waging their war against common robbers, it would not be the same. It is clear that the act of war is not holy in and of itself. It requires the heretic's blood. It requires the heresy. There is a holiness to heresy. It is the evil that is necessary, that necessity is holy. And that necessity is holy. This is the great test of the ordinators of war, far greater than any physical obstacle or howling horde of oblivion that could stand in their way, yet unfathomable by the lay members of the temple. It should be unfathomable to the lay members of the temple, accepting that it is the heretic who, with their life's blood, grants them holiness. Acknowledging the power within heresy is the first step towards triumphing over it. It is not well known, but it is the truth nonetheless that the one who names is the one who has the mastery. That is, the one who speaks the heresy is the one who conquers the heresy, renders it powerless, makes it unspeakable by those who would misuse it. That is the reason the worst heresies are recorded and kept under lock and key and the watchful eye of the wisest and the most steadfast. Deep inside the Necrom vaults, the temple keeps imprisoned the images of the daughter, the apprentice, and the mortal, and that of the foul murder. This is the first heresy. Wow. Interesting. I also feel like a voyage to Necrom is overdue at this point. The Necrom vaults, man. That's on my to-do list. Anyway, this is very cool. Very cool to do a little bit of reading this episode too. Not something I normally do. We will read How to Treat Heretics, I think, next episode. But those two books have a very interesting contrast. Kind of like very similar to you know, reminds me of sort of Jesuit debates in the Catholic Church. Anyway, next episode we will continue with this quest. Thank you for watching. Consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already, and like the episode if you enjoyed it. I'll see you next time. Ciao.